Hello everyone. Today we are going to do something completely different. That is to look at what causes most damage to bonsai trees, the pests involved and how to eradicate them. Today I'm looking at vine weevils and particularly how to deal with them and eradicate them so that they don't damage my bonsai trees. Vine weevils cause a lot of damage. There are two stages or three stages in its life cycle: the adult, the eggs, and then the grubs. The adults attack and eat the leaves from autumn through to spring, and from spring through to autumn is the grubs in the soil which are found very near to the roots. They eat the roots, and the sign of weevil attack is wilting leaves and dying of the tree. And the best way to defend against vine weevil are various remedies available, some chemical, some organic, and we are looking at an organic sort of remedy. And I am talking here of nematodes. Nematodes are microscopic creatures, and there are hundreds of thousands of species. Apparently 5 out of every 6 animals are nematodes. These microscopic organisms would enter into the stream of the vine weevil through an opening such as mouth, and then start to eat up the vine weevil from inside. And as they eat, they breed, and once the food source runs out, they start to die. This particular strain only attacks and feeds on vine weevils and nothing else. It is quite safe to use, so I'm told, but I don't take any chances, and I'm using kitchen washing up plastic gloves. I have been treating my bonsai trees with nematodes for quite some time, and that takes care of the vine weevils. And today I'm going to show you the process. It's quite simple. So I'll show you the making of it and then how it's applied, but the detail I will leave out. Should you decide to do the same thing, the instructions are on the pack. And you can buy these, you can Google it, and there are plenty of suppliers. And the only drawback is once they are sold out, they are sold out. They are living organisms, they've got a shelf life. They have to be kept in a fridge, refrigerated until they are used, and they certainly must be used up before it says on the packet, used before date. The adult vine weevils are about 9 millimeters long, or 3/16 of an inch, and are long black creatures with yellow dirty markings on the back. The vine weevil grubs are C-shaped. They are plump, a little bit fat, and are about 10 millimeters long and 5/16 of an inch. And they are found near the roots as they feed on the roots. And you know what happens. The sign that they are at it is the wilting of the leaves and eventually the tree dying. I treat my bonsai trees with nematodes twice in the spring stroke summer, and then twice over autumn stroke spring. That way it makes absolutely certain that there aren't any of them hanging around. As there is such a lot of trees, I have to be very careful not to miss any pot. And the process for applying is that the trees have to be watered first, the solution made, and that is a stock, and from the stock is diluted further, and that is the solution that is applied to each individual pot. I always buy 2 packets of nematodes at a time, and they are kept in the fridge to keep the little microscopic nematodes alive until they are used. That's the time they are brought out of the fridge to make the stock mixture. I'll go and get them. I'll be right back. This is what the grubs look like, and they are the ones that attack the roots. And I'll locate an adult and also show you what the adult looks like. There we are, that's what the adult looks like. These nematodes are microscopic organisms and not visible to the naked eye. And here is the packet in which they arrived, the internal inside of the packaging, sealed in plastic, and they look like flour. And when they are mixed in water, the water becomes a bit cloudy, and I will move on to that phase now. There you are. That's how they'll appear as a complete mass straight out of the pot. And I've got to mix it up, and I'm going to do that now with a wooden sort of cooking spoon. I'm going to continue with this until this blob is completely dissolved, and as you can see, the water is turning white. And then I'll add another sort of 10 liters to it. This is a 20-liter watering can, and that'll be the stock. Well, the stock has been made and then half a liter transferred into this can and topped up with a further 5 liters of water to dilute the stock, and then it's transferred into this little watering can, and each tree is then individually treated. There's a lot of trees I've got to treat, so I'll carry on with that. The solution is then applied individually to each tree, just like this, just as water into the soil. And that basically is it. And the process, the complete process is that the trees are watered before the treatment, and the treatment you've seen me just apply, and after this the trees will be watered again, and that basically is all there is to the treatment. It's taken about 5 hours to complete treating all the trees, and the nematodes treatment is now complete, and I hope that they are as happy as Larry munching away on those Vine Weevils. That's all for now. Until the next time, this is Iqbal Khan for mikbonsai in West London.
And now for the afterthought. At a recent visit to a graveyard, I came across a tombstone which had an inscription. I told you I was sick. You dig?
Okay, beer time. This is one of my favorite beers from Mexico. I first came across it when I crossed the border in Texas from Rio Grande to the other side. And it was very hot, just like today. It's 30 Celsius here, 31 Celsius here, actually. That's hot for us. Anyway, plane's gone, so back to work. Oh well, another plane, some more beer. Don't know if I'll get any filming done at this rate. It's late afternoon and it's still very, very hot, and we here in the UK are just not used to this heat, and it becomes very difficult to do anything. Anyway, I think the plane's nearly gone, so cheers and back to work.